Hello, welcome to another All to Confusion Hangout. I am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific Connor himself, Zelius.
What's up, old man?
I'm not old. You're
You
almost as
know,
old as I
tomorrow,
am.
officially, ladies and gentlemen, this man is old.
No, not tomorrow. Today's the
Huh?
6th.
Wait, wait, is today really this? Oh my gosh, I've literally thought today was the seventh the entire day. Like I've
No,
been signing bills and POs for the summer. Everything was signed 6/7 today.
no.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's really. I don't know why. I was totally convinced today was the seventh the entire day.
I don't know what to tell you.
I've just been paying everything a day ahead of time. I'm that
There you
good.
go. Or perhaps you're just trying to make sure that money rolls into your account before people can actually cash those checks.
Yeah, people don't appreciate it when I bounce my school checks. Doesn't go over very well. I don't know why. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I can always sell a kid if I need to.
No one's going to miss a kid from Catholic school, The
Yeah,
nuns got to him. That's all it
we
is.
got, there's a lot to go around.
Mm. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to discuss video games.
Video games, video games, video games.
What are video
What is in a video game?
games? Well, I assume that at some point there is a game to it, and it shows the medium through video.
Well, like, take Excel, right? Because Excel, you have like a goal, you have an object when you're making like an Excel spreadsheet,
Hmm.
and the screen changes as you're doing stuff.
Hmm.
And you kind of live through the experience of the Excel spreadsheets. What's the difference between, say, Excel and what we consider a video game? What crosses that line of just being a computer program to a video game?
Excel is an integral part of the most masterful and crazy and most imperfect of games called life,
Okay.
where you control everything.
You
Well,
do control everything in Excel.
you do control everything in Excel, so boom, you are playing the part of a god in the game of Excel.
Nice.
Anyways, I do want to bring this to the attention of the viewers and Zelius as well. Um, I am, I have been a member of the International Game Developer Association for a long time. About,
Indeed, aren't you like a lifetime member, or is that something else?
I am a lifetime member of the IGDA. I think I've been a member for almost 10 years now.
Wow.
But unfortunately,
There you are.
yeah. One of the industry magazines that I'm pretty sure I get through my membership with IGDA has come to a close, and that's called Game Developer. Uh, I wrote up
No.
I wrote up about it on Alter Confusion a little bit ago, saying that they are basically going to cancel the magazine. They're going to do a couple electronic newsletters, but it's going to kind of get phased out, and there's another company that's basically going to pick up some of what Game Developer did. But Game Developer is going to go out in style, and by that I mean here is the cover.
Ooh, whoa.
Yeah,
BG, I don't get it.
Game Developer.
B9. Bingo.
Oh my God, it's a G and a D. Is it really? Oh my God, it's backwards. No, it's not. How'd you
On my screen, it's absolutely backwards.
really? Okay, whatever. It says this is a G. This is
I
a
see a
D.
B9.
All right, what does this
I'm
say?
telling you, it's bingo.
What does
It's a
this say?
game. It says Revo and Mag.
Game. Oh, Jesus Christ! It says game over.
That too.
Uh, you just ruined it for me, Zillion. Anyways, it is a sad day. Really? It's everything's reversed on your screen?
I
Are you
see Nematorp.
are you serious? What?
For real. I assumed you knew that.
No.
Like, when I'm looking like on my screen, I see everything backwards on my own screen, so I assume you see everything backwards on your screen too.
No, I see everything right on your screen. I see drama behind you and a Papa
I do,
John
really?
sticker. Yeah.
Because I see it backwards on my screen. My own screen, I see backwards.
Oh, you forgot to flip the camera for your settings, for your
No,
viewing
you
settings.
can't flip your camera. Mine's flipped.
No,
You see
my
it
camera's
backwards.
perfect. I see Protoman behind me. Everything that's getting
Nobody cares what you see. It only matters what the audience sees,
well, the
dipshit.
audience is going to see my recording, so they can see this perfect. It says "Game Over" on my side, and that's what all the audience is going to
Okay,
see.
I'm the only one who matters in what's seen.
Zelius, I'm sorry, but you are the weakest link. Okay, this is going to make it a little bit interesting. I got a new game in the mail. Um, this is a board game or card game, really. Uh,
Flux.
once, huh?
Flux.
No, it's not another flex game. Um, I once again was watching Tabletop with Will Wheaton and saw a game that was being played by a bunch of lovely ladies. One, of course, one was Felicia Day. Another individual, of course, was Allison Scagnotti or Scaglotti. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Two out of two so far.
Yeah. Uh,
Anybody else?
I can't remember the other two girls.
So, Allison, is she like geek like in real life as she is on the show?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Anyways, the game is called The Resistance, which
Okay.
apparently is not coming across Zelius' screen correctly, but that's okay.
I
Uh,
get it now. Thank you for saying that because it would take me a while to actually figure that out.
it says The Resistance. The Resistance pits a small group of resistance fighters against a powerful and corrupt government. The Resistance has launched a series of daring missions to bring the government to its knees. Unfortunately, spies have infiltrated the resistant ranks, ready, ready to sabotage the carefully crafted plans. Even a single spy could take down a resistant mission. Choose your team carefully or forever lose your freedom.
Hmm.
So basically, what this is you play 5 to 10 players,
Yep.
and then you have this card that shows you 5 different missions, and every single mission there's like it'll tell you well like the 5 player game is like it's like 2 player mission, 3 player mission, 2 player mission, 3 player, 3 player,
Okay.
and what you have to do is everybody gets to be the leader of the resistance, okay, and as the leader of resistance you have to choose one of the 4 other individuals at the table. You don't know if they're a spy or if they're actually a fellow resistant member.
Nice.
And what you're trying to do is, if you're the spy, you're trying to sabotage the mission because if even if you all it takes is one fail during a mission, and the spies win that round, and
Okay.
it's basically the best out of 5. It looks like a really cool game. Looks very easy to pick up.
So, question for you then.
Yes, sir.
As so you're trying to sabotage missions, the spy.
Hmm.
Can you make it obvious that like it's one of those things where if you get caught as the spy, then you lose? You know what I'm saying? I would say like, how obvious can you make? Can you just be like, oh, I'm not gonna help. Have fun the mission on your own because I'm the spy.
No, 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 no. So what happens is, um, so let's say that I'm the leader of a 2 person mission. Okay,
Yep.
I choose you. Then everybody votes to see if they accept this combination for the mission.
Okay.
And then if there's enough acceptance, then we go on the mission. We get a succeed card and a fail card. You place them face down and you shuffle them up, and then you flip them over. And if one of them, if at least one comes up failed, then you lose.
Mm-hmm.
But so what you're trying to do is you're trying to be sneaky. The
What?
spies know who each other are. Uh-oh. Zelius has left the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost Zelius. Send out a search party.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my cat away from eating my cables.
Ah.
I'm
Anyways,
serious.
so the spies know who each other are, and it's just a very interesting game of trying to pass the blame or trying to pit someone against another person.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, so there you go. Oh, and okay, so let's go quickly into the games I've been playing. Tomb Raider for the PlayStation 3, and
Ooh.
it's good. There's some really broken stuff in there. But if you just go strictly by doing the story, it's a good game.
So you are impressed with the game.
I am very impressed with the game.
Very nice, very nice.
Serious?
I've been playing Train the Kitten. I got a kitten I showed earlier, and she's about 6 weeks old, so she's still neurotic.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up in the middle of the night, using my head as a pillow. Apparently, is a good idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
It likes to stay near warm spots, and your head lets off a lot of heat in the middle of the night.
yes, 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 yes. So I think actually last night I threw her out of my room and closed the door.
Uh,
She has this like game. Let's eat his shoulder in the middle of the night.
uh,
So I'm like, okay. But overall, going good. Other than that, I'm playing more Neverwinter.
mm-hmm,
Um, it's one of those games where like I debate. Like last night, I almost bought like $30 worth of microtransaction points,
mm-hmm,
Zen points as the game goes, to buy more like bank space and other stuff. But then like I stopped. I'm like, I just don't know if I'm going to continue to play this game. So I'm going to buy stuff. So I'm still kind of on the fence of how I feel about the game. Like I'm
mm-hmm.
enjoying the game, but I don't know. It's just like with the whole microtransaction model. I just can't decide if I like it or not.
I hear you.
What?
I've gone through that a couple times with some iOS games where I feel like if I put like like 5.99 in there, I can get just enough boost to really get me going in this game.
Yeah, but like I wanted something that was like 600 points, but they come and buy in 500 point increments.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to buy $10 worth. I'm fine with $6, but it's just kind of that. I don't know.
Well, I mean that's where they really get you is that they'll never allow you to get just that amount
Oh
of
yeah,
money. They'll always make
obviously
you overshoot.
it obviously works. Like I was reading a Reddit thread the other day. Guys already bought like $320 worth of microtransaction stuff in the game.
Hmm.
I'm like, wow. I don't even think the actual marketplace has been live for a month yet. Like I don't know. It just blows my mind to buy that much money in a game, especially this early into its infancy.
Hmm.
Like if it had been live for like a year, okay, I could actually probably see that. You're buying mounts for your characters, you do big space for your four characters. I could get $320 over the span of a year, but in like less than a month, I'm like, damn,
Hmm.
it's a lot to spend immediately. But hey, what do I know?
I'm also playing some more Guild Wars 2. Um,
Is this your new character, your Salvani?
yeah, my Sylvani.
Are you playing
Um,
Ranger again or a different
yeah,
class?
Ranger or Hunter, whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I thought about doing another class, but I'm like, let's be honest. I'm just gonna be cursing myself for not picking Ranger or Hunter, whatever the hell you want to call
Of course.
it. But I am just basically I'm grinding right now to like unlock all the base attacks for all my weapons that I can
Oh,
use, and then I'm gonna keep going with the story because I've advanced the story enough that like apparently there's like a big showdown that's about to happen, but
oh,
you're supposed to be at least level 10 to do it. But I think I'm level 13 now, and I'm just like, I still don't want to do it because I'm trying to unlock. Let's see, I did the axes immediately, then I did the sword and dagger. Now I'm doing the bow.
yeah. Uh, uh, like I like Guild Wars 2, but there's just something about when I got to like level 80,
Hmm.
like the type of grinding you do in Guild Wars 2, at least this was back in the day, I
Hmm.
just didn't find very appealing.
Hmm.
Like a lot of it was like doing stuff like an ore that's like the level 80 zone and trying to do chain events. It didn't work for me. I was like, this just isn't that interesting. I know now the big thing is they have the fractals for their dungeons.
Hmm.
I don't know. Apparently they're supposed to be like the bee's knees and supposed to be awesome.
Hmm.
So who knows? Maybe someday again I'll pick up Guild Wars 2, pick it up. Maybe like when an expansion comes out, you get some new territory. That might be when I look. Okay, I'll try it again. Probably. Yeah, I'm guessing when expansion comes out,
Right.
I'll probably like more into it. But I think for at least the current time being, I'm sadly past my Guild Wars 2 time.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, I had fun getting to level 80. I got another character up to like level 30 or 40, so nothing bad about it. Just get to level 80, it just doesn't hold my attention, or didn't, I should say.
Gotcha. Um, Trying to think, what else have I been playing? What else have I been playing? I think I've really been well. No, I really haven't
No.
been playing much else. I mean, I've been playing a couple iOS games that I really need to write up. Um, I've been kind of distracted this past week, so I haven't really written anything because I've been waiting on a specific email to come in.
I hear you.
And
Sometimes you just wait for that email, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, I hate like when you wait for the email. Like it goes to my cell phone.
hmm
Like every time it lights up, I'm like, damn it,
hmm
damn it. It's such a letdown. And
hmm
then like the time you don't have your cell phone on, you totally miss it. Like 2 days go by, you never even saw it. You're like,
yeah, it's happened a couple times with me when it comes to some of the Kickstarter projects that I've backed,
shit.
and then I'm like, God damn, I've not heard anything about this. What the hell is going on? Then I'll, like, 3 days later look through my email and go, oh shit, they sent me an email like 2 days ago.
Speaking of games, if I were into Risk, which I'm not,
hmm
um, but I was on Reddit the other day, and there's this guy, and I'm thinking because you said Kickstarter, he has a Kickstarter project
hmm
where he's creating basically Risk boards for different areas. He's got really cool ones. He had like Massachusetts, New York, Washington. He just got a lot of different like geographical areas.
hmm
It looked pretty damn badass and very well done for these maps.
hmm
It was kind of deal where like if you give like I think it was like $10 towards Kickstarter, you got like the high res version of all of the images once he's done.
hmm
I'm assuming at some point he'll actually sell the board. I wonder
hmm
how that works with like the whole IP rights thing for Risk, obviously, how that's kind of affected. But so I mean, if I were into the game, it looked pretty cool. What I'd actually love to see that for is, do you have the board game version of Ticket to Ride?
No, I don't. But I've been like this close to buying it a couple times.
See,
But
that be say like a game like Ticket to Ride,
hmm
I could see like user made custom maps being a perfect place for that.
oh yeah,
Uh, because one of the problems with Ticket to Ride, if you play with against somebody who's played a lot, is you can tell what tickets the other person has,
yeah,
and then cock block them.
oh yeah.
You can tell if they're taking like the entire, like northern and United States map. As soon as you start building up there, you just build a 1/6 train map, and they're just screwed. You're like, damn it.
Just
But
take that one connector that they need.
yep, if you're playing two person, it's really easy to do.
hmm
That's a fun game. I really like that game.
That's why when I'm playing on the iPad, I only play with four opponents or three additional opponents.
I always play with all. I only like to play against one additional opponent on the computer.
I love playing against three because
Ah,
because then um, they'll basically block each other, and I can just run scot free home.
yeah, I like playing with one because I like getting as high score as possible.
Yeah, Julie does that too.
That's all I care about is what's the highest. Like I'll take like the long ass routes with like what is it I don't the European one that has like the 8 trains.
hmm
Like every time I'm doing the 8 train, I don't care if it connects. See, but I'm getting 8 trains. Damn it.
hmm hmm All right, so let's see what else we got to talk about on this Alter Confusion Hangout.
I haven't heard much this week about it. Seems kind of almost been like a down week for the whole like Xbox versus PS4 pissing match.
You know why?
E3 is coming up shortly.
E3 is coming this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. E3, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming this weekend. And that's when shit gets real, yo.
Yep,
You gotta have like that bad boys quote like right there. Shit just got real, yo.
shit just got real, yeah. Speaking of conventions, if you are in the southeast and near Charlotte, there is Hero Con happening in Charlotte this weekend, starting tomorrow, Friday, and running through Sunday. Um, you should check it out if you get a chance. I wish I could, but logistically, it just doesn't make any sense for me to drive 4 hours up there, spend like 2.5 hours, and then come back for drive back for 4 hours.
I hear
But I
you.
really would have loved to go. For those out there who are Penny Arcade fans and who have been following their reality TV show called Strip Search, one of the stars of Strip Search is going to be at HeroCon. Her name is Abby Howard.
Mm-hmm.
She is the only artist who does not use the computer to draw her comics. She does them all by hand. which is pretty freaking phenomenal. And the work that she's done on Strip Search has been like over the top awesome. So if you
Very nice.
can go there, go there. Also, there is another artist that Zelius and I both know. Her name is Jackie Lewis.
Oh yes,
Um, she works, I
she has a
believe, she
book out
works
as
for
well.
Oni Press. She will be there. She will probably be focused on her first published solo artistic book. She did all the art for something called Play Ball. She didn't do the writing, but she did all the art for it, and I'm sure she'll be signing up there. I'm still trying to track her down when she's in the Atlanta area so I can get her to sign the copy I have.
Oh
Uh,
nice.
yeah. So, but basically, there's like it's kind of weird. There's a lot of comic conventions. Not
Mhm.
all of them uh, deal with more than just comics. HeroCon is one of those that basically shows off just comic stuff. So Ultra Confusion will never be presenting there
Your comic hits the big top.
unless I get off my lazy ass and start drawing comics again. Um, but it's still an amazing convention from what I've heard. There's going to be a shit ton of artists there. There's going to be, of course, the comic book dealers and all that stuff. So if you have a chance, definitely go check it out. At least go to those two people's tables. Ironically, they're um, like their section is right next to each other. Not like there won't be like facing each other, but every single section is basically like a rectangle of tables. And Jackie Lewis is in like the thousands, and Abby Howard is in the 1100s, which basically are right next to each other. So go check it out. They're both in the indie artist alley. So, anyways, okay. So I'm trying to think here. Trying to think. Andocon is coming up. That is in Kennesaw. We will be there. We'll be presenting our panel, "The Destruction of the Game Industry as We Know It." We have been verified for MonsterCon 2013 in Greenville. We've got our hotel room, thank God. Um,
Who's going with you to that one? Anybody? Do you know?
Jesse,
Excellent.
Jesse will be doing it. Now, at MonsterCon, we'll be doing two panels. We'll be doing the destruction of the game industry as we know it, uh, and also how to get into the game industry. Now, the ironic thing is that how to get into the game industry is going to happen, I believe, at the 1 to 2 slot, and then that night, 5 to 6, is the destruction of the game industry as know it.
Hmm.
So I'm going to tell you how to break in the industry, and then later I'm going to tell you how the industry is broken.
You're just gonna shit on all their dreams. Be like, "Yay, game industry!" And then 2 hours later, oh, it's coming to an end.
This kind of actually sounds more like my religion education at high school, which had uh, uh, Hebrew scriptures followed by morality class. Those two do not go together.
Well, it depends on who your morality teacher is.
Oh, she was mm, not Catholic. Let's put it that way.
That's what I mean. I mean, you can have a morality teacher who still, puts the St. Thomas Aquinas, spin on morality, who makes it all Catholic. But obviously, you can have the morality teacher who not so much.
Right, right. Um, so I apologize, everybody. My brain is kind of fried. I've had an interesting week thus far. Today I had to deal with the DMV, so
Ooh,
yeah.
new license or something?
Um, so it's almost my birthday, as Zelius gave away, and
Whee!
so my tag renewal is almost up, and unfortunately, I have yet to switch my address over to my new house,
Oh,
and I need to do
nice.
that so I can renew my tag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had to. Ooh, I need to do that tomorrow. Sorry. Um, distracted by other stuff. Charlie will find out what eventually. Um,
Okay.
what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know the same feeling. When I moved to Minnesota, I wanted to hold on to like my Georgia license plate as long as possible.
Hmm.
It just felt kind of cool having the Georgia license plate.
Hmm.
And people come to, you go out, show them your Georgia license, and be like, "What the hell are you doing up here?"
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, so I was at the DMV, and then I picked up a new book. I know this really isn't game related, but at the same time, this guy is cool as shit. He's like a nerd up on high. There is a book out written by Kevin Smith, the mastermind behind Dogma, Clerks, Chasing Amy, Mallrats. Oh my gosh, Zach and Mary Make a Porno.
The name
Uh,
is so I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't decided.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and a bunch of other stuff. He wrote a book called Tough Shit. It's basically a book about his life and how you basically have to grab life by the balls.
That is not something I enjoy doing.
He puts in a
I think
connotation
one
that's both
time done.
vulgar, but at the same time makes a lot of fucking sense.
So it's kind of like Penn, Juliet Penn,
Yes,
in his books.
yes,
If well, I gotta go back to the morality class. If you have that inclination of thinking or not, some people might not appreciate his writing as much as others.
true, true. Well, I mean, like I said, Kevin Smith, if you've seen his movies and you've seen him talk, then you know how he's going to be writing his book. He doesn't use flowery language.
I
He
imagine it's the
basically,
F bomb every other word.
um, yeah, he throws the F bomb in there a lot, but he uses a lot of, let's say, orgasmic language.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. So, anyways, so phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. I have not read it all, but I've read like the first like third of it, and I am itching to continue to read it because it's very well written. The man knows how to write, and
I'm still
that should
trying to
come as
finish the Dragon Prince series, book
oh
three. It's
well.
I've
I'm
done that for a
reading.
long time.
I'm reading that. I'm reading that in actually paperback form, and then I'm also reading. One second, I will tell you exactly what it's called. By the way, if you listeners out there have ever heard of a place called Goodreads, I think it's Goodreads.com.
Hmm.
It's basically like a huge ass book club type of website. Um, I'm
I'm
on
on
there, huh?
I'm not on Goodreads. I'm on. It's the one that Amazon owns now.
Who's that one?
I haven't used it in a long time, obviously, by the indication that I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Well, I'm on my Kindle. Excuse me. I'm reading a series called The Parasol Proctorate, um, which is a little bit. I'm gonna fully admit is probably a guilty pleasure series. I was bored one day and decided to watch a couple of the book club videos that Felicia Day and many others put on every single month. And one month they showed a book that seemed very interesting. It's about vampires and werewolves and ghosts and these things called prenaturals who have the ability when they touch supernatural beings of returning those supernatural beings to human as long as they're being touched. And of course, there's um, some very uh, interesting sex scenes as well. Um,
I would
because
expect
it,
no less.
huh?
Well, when it's your guilty pleasure, I would expect no less.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that's a phenomenal series too. Okay, so let's see here. Ultra Confusion stuff. Man, my brain is really off tonight.
Mine's off like every night. Basically, since last Thursday, I've decided that brains are no longer worth using for about the next 2.5 months.
Yeah, well, not all of us have spring or summer break.
Well, you should go get a job working in education. You can be one of the few and the proud and the awesome. And it's very fulfilling to see those students graduate and walk across the auditorium or stage or whatever you have to see the positive influence and
Bullshit. I'm
not,
sorry, I had something in my throat.
not as convincing as Jesse says it.
And yeah, Jesse wouldn't say it either. He's like, "Thank God the kids are gone."
But you have June, July, August. Three great reasons to work in education, my friend.
True, true.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it has its advantages. The pay's not one of them, but everything else.
Um, Yeah, man.
You all right there? You gonna make it?
Yeah, I want to make it. Let's see here. I'm just trying to go over the stories in my head. Looks like Microsoft is finally ready to whore out Halo to all of their different devices.
Yeah, I saw that the portable version of Halo. Woo!
Halo Spartan Assault is going to be a top-down shooter. If done right, it could be interesting. I just don't know. I am really scared of touchscreen games that require like happy trigger fingers because I've got massive fingers, and me putting my hands on anything basically takes up the entire screen. So it kind of worries me. I mean, it looks like it could be a very complex game, and if it is a very complex game, I'm never going to be able to play it if I had a Windows-enabled device because, well, I got monster hands.
The thing that I hate is it's on Windows only device.
Yeah,
Like, woo, it's gonna be on Windows 8 mobile, which grand total of 10 people have.
yeah,
It's kind of like, you know, at least with the Apple iOS, well, a lot of people have that. So
right.
that is, and that's usually more of a developer decision than, well, that really is a developer decision, not Apple's decision. That's Apple iOS.
Mhm.
It just so happens. But Microsoft's making the decision to take potentially what could be, I don't know, maybe a great game. We'll have to see, obviously. And then it's like the console wars all over again, except for Microsoft doesn't have the leverage with the Windows mobile device to really like some. I don't think somebody's going to go buy a Windows mobile phone just because of the Halo wars. We'll put it that way.
Right.
You
They
know,
sure as hell have been trying to convince people that they've got the best phone out there, but gotta be honest with you, I don't know anybody who has a Windows phone.
well, right now, you know, everybody knows about the Android and the iOS devices, and those kind of seem to be the two kind of standard phone devices right now.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, competition's always good, but woo, Windows Mobile. It's been what was it? Windows Mobile 5 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when we were on like edge speed. So
Mm-hmm.
it had internet speed, but it pretty much didn't do anything.
Right. Well, speaking of Microsoft, there has been a continuing backlash over the fact that they are instituting um, if an independent developer wants to release something on the Xbox marketplace for the Xbox One, you have to
Yeah.
have a publisher. Now, a lot of developers out there are like, this is bullshit. I want to be able to put my game up there and not have someone take a cut of my money. But at the same time, I'm all for the indie movement. I
Really?
it's if given the
I'm
opportunity.
shocked by this news.
Oh, shut up,
Shocked.
Zilius. Hush. Look, here's the deal. I am very supportive of the indie industry. I love the fact that there are so many innovative games coming out from indie developers. But at the same time, for every four amazing indie developers, there's going to be like 70 developers out there who are just trying to make a quick buck. And when you when you put a publisher there, the publisher basically gets to say the publisher is basically the gatekeeper. Yes, it sucks balls because some publishers are total asshats, but at the same time, having a gatekeeper is going to allow you, if you're a phenomenal developer and you actually put your heart and soul into it, and it's an amazing concept, it allows you a much greater chance of getting recognized and getting the recognition you deserve instead of getting your your amazing game buried by wave after wave of shit from people who are just trying to make a quick buck.
Let me ask you a question then.
Shoot.
What stuff me, Zilius Incorporated,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm creating Gershon 9 Incorporated, who's going to
Mm-hmm.
be my publisher?
Mm-hmm.
And then, hey, guess what? I'm a publisher. It happens to be opened by me, the developer, but it's still a publisher.
I think it has to be a recognized publisher in the eyes of Microsoft. I don't think you can legitimately go, oh yeah, my buddy's the publisher, so he's going to be the publisher for my game. I think you probably have to go through some kind of test to see the validity of your publishing.
Fair enough.
Because right, if that were the case, I mean that it would be a very easy loophole to exploit, and you could then the shovelware could literally
Exactly.
bury anything.
Exactly. I don't know. See what happens.
Right now,
I'm not too worried about it. I don't buy too much like arcade live games on the Xbox now. So either way, I don't know going in the fight either way. I'm like, whatever.
right. I mean, to be honest with you, I think that because of um, my prediction is that, and I think this is an easy prediction to see that it's probably going to come true, is that when digital distribution becomes stronger, um, and I mean, it's already, I think we're like at what, 45, 65 digital to hard copies right now.
That has to be 45, 55. 45,
That's what I
65.
meant. That's what I meant. 45, 55. Sorry. See, my brain completely off. Um,
It's that Southern education I figured.
oh yeah. Anyways, um, I mean, it's coming, and I think that I don't know. I just don't know. I mean,
You're very conflicted.
I am very conflicted because the digital distribution will. I mean, that's where everything's going to go. I mean, PC is basically already there. Consoles are just moving a little bit slower after what happened with the PSP Go. Um, but see, here's my issue coming from the other side, where you don't want a publisher because you want to get as much money as possible for your development studio so that you can make more great stuff. And as soon as you put a publisher into the equation, there's a percentage that's going to be taken off the top. Now, I wonder what the percentage breakdown is going to be. I know that as Microsoft is the host, the store, they're going to take a small percentage of the cost of the game. And then if it's just Microsoft and you, Microsoft's probably taking what, like 20%, so you get 80% of that. But let's say that now you factor in a publisher. Publisher, what publishers have been doing in the past, right, and currently, is that they take 80% of what's left over, or 80 or 70% of what's left over, and then give what's left over that to the developer. So I'm wondering how it will be structured for these marketplace games that are now going to require a publisher. If the publisher is going to take the majority of the money, and if they do, what are they truly doing for the developer? Uh, or if they aren't, if they're just taking a small sum of it, are they helping the developer in any way, or is the simple fact that they're putting their name on it and allowing your game to be on the marketplace what they consider them helping out?
Well, maybe this would be a perfect opportunity. Like you've heard of like the Humble Indie Bundle, I'm
Hmm.
assuming,
Yep,
where it's a large bundle of indie games that are basically sometimes set your own price or very cheap prices.
yep,
Perhaps this is kind of a prime opportunity for something similar for the marketplace, where maybe you do get signed a kind of publisher who kind of steps in for these indie developers to, maybe help out and take a small percentage off the top too, because they're in it for the love of the games and not just to make that easy, quick buck. So maybe it's a chance for the indie publisher to really kind of make a force to be reckoned with, and kind of like with the indie humble thing
right.
bundle. There you go.
Yeah, I want to. I'll be very interested to see who is a publisher for these games. I mean, I don't want to see
It has to
the
be EA. That's it. That's the only
I don't.
publisher.
That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Activision and EA being, the only publishers that you can go through, because and no offense to these companies, but they're in it to win it. They want to line their pockets with as much cash as possible. So I just have this bad feeling that the contracts they're going to be sending out to these developers are going to be laced with hidden loopholes that are going to crush them.
Now, do
And
you
I
think
would
this could
hate for
maybe
that to happen.
possibly? send these indie developers to the PS4 or Wii now?
Um, not the Wii.
Excuse me.
Not the Wii.
Uh,
I very well. I don't know. The PlayStation 4 uh, marketplace. I don't know as much about it. I'm going to have to research it. I don't know, all the little ins and outs as much as I do for the reported Xbox One. It might push them to do that, but you do have to understand that one of the benefits of designing anything for the Xbox One is that you are on the same um, processor architecture as a PC. So that door is left wide open. Of you have a hit on the Xbox One, you can easily port it to the PC,
that's true.
and that is a hell of an advantage. But that's actually an interesting thought. Let's say that you release your game on Xbox One, you get your publisher, right? Do you, if you do the port, um, do you have to have a publisher for an already tried and true title?
Or think about the other way around too. Say, okay, maybe you got like the Steam Greenworks, right?
Yep, yep,
Where you can be your own indie. You don't need a publisher, just boom, indie company.
right.
Oh, it's making a huge hit through Steam.
Hmm.
Am I supposed to now sign with a publisher? Even though it's obviously not shovelware, it's
Right.
obviously a great game that's a recognized PC product. Do I have to give over, fork over, I'm just going to throw out 10%
Hmm.
to a publisher just for the honor of having it on Xbox Live Marketplace? Even though I really don't need a publisher at all.
That's a very good question. And to be honest with you, I think that uh, they, I think, I don't know if it's in place or not, but unfortunately, I think they're going to have to put something in place that through that pipeline, it was going to require a publisher both ways. But you of course have already mentioned a loophole, and that's being Steam Greenlight. I mean, you don't have to have a publisher to get that on a Windows 8 device because all you got to do is push it through Steam.
Yep,
Um, but in that regard, maybe you just end up pushing it onto the Steam box.
true. Which will
But
be,
then again,
I
do
think
you
that
have
works
to
by the way.
change anything?
What?
Would you have to change anything for the Steam box? I mean, it's literally just a PC. So immediately, if you made it for Steam, I would assume that you could play it on both a
Yeah, I
Steam
would assume
box and
anything
Steam.
that plays through Steam that you can play on the Steam box would be my
Yeah,
assumption.
yeah.
Be
So
interested to see how that box works.
yeah, I'll be very
In
interested. I
terms of the
also,
ability of, because you just have some pretty um, demanding games through Steam.
yep,
Like, those really graphically intensive games,
mhm,
how much of this workhorse is a Steam box going to really be?
right,
If it's a real workhorse, you obviously got to pay for hardware.
mhm,
Well, why am I not just building my own damn PC for the same price or less? You can do anything.
right.
So I don't know. I'm skeptical of the Steam box because I'm just not sure what niche it actually fills. That's why I look at it. I'm not sure what void the Steam box is going to fill.
Mhm, mhm.
That's where I'm kind of very skeptical of the Steam box.
I
We'll see.
understand. I understand. Yeah, I don't really know.
The only exception is you can only play Half-Life 2 on the Steam box.
Whatever. Um, what else was I going to say? Fudge. Yeah. God, my brain.
You're like,
I am. I'm like exhausted, man. I'll tell you what. It has been a very stressful week trying to keep certain things under wrap and wait for emails and all that shit. And then I know this is not new news because I'm constantly doing this, but I started writing a story again,
very nice.
and
Is there
this
a drunken
one,
paladin in it?
huh?
Is there a drunken paladin in it?
No, no, it's not.
That's
It's actually I'm trying to write just a short story. Now I asked my wife. I was like, so what how many pages would you consider a short story? She goes, oh, at least 25 or 50. I'm like, okay, what is a short story then? Because that's what
funny.
probably where I'm aiming at. I don't know if I can get to 25 or 50 pages. I'm on 9 pages right now.
It's
Like
not too shabby.
my ninth page has like 2 lines of text on it.
Right on.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'll probably finish it up and I'll probably throw it online or something.
Excellent, excellent.
I'll throw it in the Kindle store for free.
Yes, gonna make millions off of it.
Well, if it's for free, I'm not going to make any money, Zelius. I mean, free.
Oh, well, at least 99 cents. Come on.
No, I'll put it out there for free. See if anyone picks it up. If anybody likes it, maybe I'll write something else and like start at like a dollar. You know,
Is that? I'm guessing the cheapest you can do is probably 99 cents.
I don't know. I
I
really
wonder
don't
for
know.
the Amazon store.
I wonder. I don't know. I
A
don't know.
penny a page.
I know you could get a bunch. I know you could get shit for free though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I got some book for free. I just don't remember what the hell it's called now because I never read it.
I
I
don't
got it
have a
for free. I'm like,
Kindle.
oh, I'm so excited! Yeah, I got a free book, and then I never read it.
I don't have a Kindle or any of those portable. I have a Nexus 7, which is basically a glorified bathroom reader.
You could put a Kindle app on it. Just saying.
I could read free. I could read your story. Well, yes.
I mean, that's my wife doesn't have a Kindle. She's got a well, she had an iPad. Now she's got a Microsoft Surface
What
through
happened to her
work.
iPad?
Huh?
What happened to her iPad?
It's pretty damn old, and she basically has that as an emergency reader.
You seem to love that thing.
Oh, she does, and she'll still use it on occasion, but the Surface runs smoother.
Okay.
So she installed a Kindle app on that and is reading her books that way.
Excellent.
Which for all those people out there who have a significant other, if you are out there and you're male or female and you have a female significant other um, who likes to read romance novels, you may want to get them their own Kindle account because my recommendation, I don't see any of the books that I want to read on there because my wife reads books so freaking fast that it's just like all these half naked dudes with cowboy hats on and women in corsets, which I'm okay with the corsets, but it's kind of like risque to look at work. You're like, you're thinking you're gonna be safe with like, dragon breathing fire or some dude, about to stab you with a sword, but no, it's what the hell was the name of that book that's just like over the top weird? Like three is more fun, or three times the fun. That's it, three times the fun. I'm like, I can't even look at my Kindle recommendations now, man.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So yes.
I
Um,
will keep that in mind. Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Um, for shit, I got another game to review. It's called Game Dev Tycoon. It's
Yeah, I
made by
talked about that a while ago.
yeah. I picked it up a while ago. They're the ones who ingeniously threw up a pirated version of their game. That if you downloaded it and you played it, halfway through the game, a couple hours in, it would say, "Oh no, people are pirating your game. You're losing all your money," and your studio would close. And then, like all the people who pirated the game were bitching and moaning, going, "I can't understand what's going on. I played 5 hours, and then these fuckers are stealing my game. I don't understand." Which I thought was pretty poetic justice. I still need to write a review of that. That game, I thought, and I might be true. It is definitely a clone of a game I played on the iOS called hold on,
Game Dev Simulator.
something like that. Hold on, let me look at the
I
exact.
know what game you're talking about, though.
Let me look at game dev story. Um, it plays just like that, but I have to say that after playing Game Dev Tycoon and then going back and playing some more Game Dev Story, I much more like the Game Dev Tycoon.
Hmm.
Um, it just flows better.
Okay.
It does. It does. Even though it came out after this one or after the iOS game, it does flow better. So I'll have to write up a review of that, and I'm trying to keep an eye on the. If you are part of the Facebook indie game developer page, There's been a couple of people who are like, "Oh, I've got a new iOS game out." I may miss some of those posts, so if you want a dude right here to review your game, because I will, hit me up. There is a chance I will see your post, and I'll just go ahead and download the game and play the shit out of it and do a review for you, which is the case in I think it's Run and Roll by the Scandinavian group, which is actually a fun game. There's some, I mean, it really needs some polish, but it's a fun game. But yeah, I'm always open to reviewing games, and Zelius would be open to reviewing some games as well uh, on Android device. Oh shit, I've got an Android game that you might want to check out. 1 second here. One of the guys I went to school with at oh my god, what the hell? Full Sail. Man,
Oh yeah.
um, he's got a company that makes Android games, and their first game is called um, okay, it's called Gela Tennis. It's Gela Tennis. One word.
Gala tennis.
Gel Tennis. Gela Tennis. I don't know.
You gel playing tennis. I like it.
It does not look like a tennis game though. I'm not sure what it is, but
So it's gala tennis. Oh, I see. 2 words.
oh, it is 2 words.
Yeah,
Hold on.
but yeah, it definitely has nothing to do with tennis.
Tennis. Yeah.
By Depth First Games.
Yes, that is the company my fellow Full Sail graduate alumni person is part of. He might
It has some
actually.
pretty good reviews, actually. It has a 4.9 out of 19 reviews.
Yep.
Eight 5 stars, one 4 stars.
Well, there you go.
So obviously, people have played it like the game.
Yeah. If
And
I had
I'm
an
clicking
Android device, I would get it, but I don't have an
yes,
Android device.
install. So I'm installing and it's downloading remotely, which I love being able to do.
There you go.
Like it's pretty nice because like boom, computer. Can you do the same thing with an iOS device? I don't know.
What do you mean?
So like I'm logged in to like I just go to the Google Play Store
Hmm.
and I say download Gala Tennis and it's now on my Android device. Like it's just over wireless, bam, it's installed. I don't have to touch my Android device. I don't have to sync it. I don't have to do anything. It just
I don't think so. I think you gotta. I think you gotta sync it to. Um, you got. I mean, you could buy it on like a website
the
or
iTunes Store, yeah.
iTunes,
But you still have
but
to
then
sync it back
you
to.
well, yeah, you're gonna have to install it on your phone manually. I think. I don't think you could push out an app to there.
I'm pretty sure you can, and that's one of the things I love about the Android.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I can.
Just a small thing, but
Right,
still.
absolutely, but yeah, it still makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
it,
installed. It just told me it's installed. I can go play it right now. I might
damn it.
just walk away from the podcast. Like, see ya.
Well, don't do that just yet. I mean, we're getting really close to the end of this hangout,
Bro.
fortunately or unfortunately, for however you want to view it. But yeah,
Right.
I just got Darksiders 2 in from GameFly. I believe it's for the Xbox 360, so I'll be playing the shit out of that game. I better be playing the shit out of that game because there's a game that comes out, I believe, next week. It's called The Last of Us
Ooh.
for the PlayStation 3. And if I do not get through Darksiders fast enough, Darksiders is going to be put on the shelf for a bit because, from my understanding, Last of Us is supposed to be so like mind blowing, amazing that I'm not going to be able to put it down.
I've that's everything I've read is like, oh, like. But the question is, can it live up to such can any game live up to such insane lofty expectations?
I don't know. What I do know is that some of the bigger names that have played the game, uh, they are like panicking because they want to write the review to be as specific as possible, but at the same time, they don't want to spoil anything because the game is so good that they want the player to actually experience everything and not know what the is going to happen around every
Oh,
corner.
so there's a storyline, so I don't need to
Apparently.
play
Oh, for God's sake, Zelius. Is that a silver bullet?
it. Yes, it is.
That's what I
I've
thought it
given
was.
I've given into their dark side. So at school, you know me, I've always had the expensive beer, right?
Yep.
At school, I mean, this was not at school. We had a staff giveaway, and I happened to not at school. They gave me a 6 pack of Coors Light.
Uh huh.
I probably have not had like a light beer in like since college,
Hmm.
literally. So I drank one. I was like, okay, this actually isn't too shabby.
Yep.
And so I was at the liquor store this weekend. And I was like, huh, I could buy a 24 pack of these for like $20,
Hmm.
or I could buy this 12 pack for $16. All
Yeah.
right, I'm getting the cheap stuff. So I may have given into the dark side for drinking the cheap beer. I'm obviously still gonna get good stuff, but and plus it's 16 ounces per can, so it kind of has its appeal, and it really doesn't taste that bad. Maybe it's because I already have that acquired taste for beer in the first place.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, oh, all right. I don't know. But yes.
I buy them by the 30 pack.
Nice. My only problem is, you know how slow of a drinker I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm probably a good solid like third left to my beer and it's lukewarm.
Ugh. Ugh.
Like, damn it. But see, as long as I start the beer cold, I'm
Hmm.
fine.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like it can be like 90 degrees by the time I finish, as long as I started it cold.
I understand. I understand. Yeah. Ugh. Beer. So good.
It makes my taste buds happy.
Dude.
Just
Dude.
fun.
Um. Hmm.
So I started watching. I don't plan on ever playing the MMO, but I did start watching Defiance.
Uh huh.
They had the marathon over the weekend. Yeah, catch up on
Yeah,
Defiance.
I've only watched the first 3 episodes.
It's one of those shows where like it has like I think a pretty interesting storyline.
Hmm.
The only problem is they have like 18 different storylines going on at once.
Hmm.
So like you'll go like 2 episodes without with them just completely ignoring like a really pretty important storyline
Right.
because you can only devote so much to all the little storylines.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a very I mean, it's a very ambitious project
Yep.
in terms of the scope and the visual effects and the story and
Hmm.
all that stuff. And so far, I think it's pretty well done.
Hmm.
One thing that annoys me is okay, so they have like all the main plot lines going on.
Yep.
And there's so much going on with that in the first like half season, they've had two, I would call them filler episodes.
Hmm.
And it's like, wait, so you have all this extra crazy stuff going on. And out of like what, 6 episodes, two of those are like filler episodes. Like, I'm like, that doesn't make much sense. They're just throwing in like ever one of those episodes seemed like I had to go back and look at IMDb.
Hmm.
Because like this episode just seems like so out of place that was almost like jarring to watch.
Interesting.
Because it was just kind of like it wasn't a bad episode.
Hmm.
It was just like bam, like just thrown like right in the middle. It's like an episode like I don't know, 18 out of 24 episodes. You're just like, oh shit, we need an episode to make the season work.
Hmm.
It was just I don't know. So that's my one complaint of Defiance is they just kind of have these two random filler. I would call them filler episodes.
Hmm.
When there's so many main storylines to address that they just kind of ignored for those.
Hmm.
Um, but I can't remember her name right now. The crazy red-haired chick.
Hmm.
She's pretty awesome.
Yes. I do like. I do want to say one thing. I'm happy to report that my wife and I have finally said "F it," and we started watching Warehouse 13 again. So
You're finally you're said screw. We're not waiting for Jesse.
yeah, we
Well,
haven't.
some of
We
those
have.
shows they have so many previews for Warehouse 13.
Yes.
We're like, okay, we know what's happening. We have to just watch it.
Well, the problem is now we've gotten ahead of the we've gotten ahead of where we are in Defiance with Warehouse 13. So
Yeah.
we're seeing the previews for Defiance going, fuck no, change the channel. Oh god, what the hell is going on?
Nice.
Um, We okay. So I mean, I'm almost 100% sure you're completely cut up with Warehouse 13.
I know I did not watch Monday night's episode.
Okay, well we watched the black and white episode.
That was a fun episode.
Yes, it was.
I like that. That was a good one.
It looked like Pete and Micah had a little spark there at the end, but
They've had that in a lot of episodes.
I know, I know, I
They'd be
know.
a terrible couple though.
Yeah,
I know. They're brother and sister, not woman,
I
man.
know, I know, I
They're
know,
the
I know.
brother and sister. But I mean, they just have a great chemistry together.
Yes, yes, they do.
They do.
But yeah, we watched that episode, which was really awesome. Um, Artie's
Have
off
you
the
ever,
deep end.
so have you watched Monday night's episode yet?
Mm-mm,
Do you know who's in Monday night's episode?
mm-mm.
Okay.
Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Don't tell
No,
me!
I haven't seen it. I only just watched. You'll have to give like you the little introduction.
Hmm.
I always have to read that,
Hmm.
like the little snippet. But yeah,
Um, do you watch Game of Thrones, or do you watch it when it finally comes out on like DVD or whatever?
correct. But you can talk about it. I don't care.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit!
What episode was it?
That was the Reign of Castamere.
The betrayal,
Oh, it's the Red Wedding.
the red wedding. See, I don't even remember when season 2 started. I
Hmm.
was like, wait, was this episode 9?
I have no idea.
I think it's episode 8 or 9. I was like, wait for episode 8 or 9. The internet's gonna have a shitstorm. And yes, I know. And was it was it like basically what happened in the books?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But except Rob Stark's wife is at is also at the twins, and they oh my god, they ran in and stabbed her in the stomach several times in front of Rob.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Yeah, everyone's going. You gotta YouTube reaction to Game of Thrones because some of those reactions, oh my god, they're like, no, 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 you can't do that, you can't do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm never watching this show again.
I know. But how do you think when we like first read the books?
Oh yeah,
You know, at the end of the first book, Game of Thrones, when they fucking actually, because like out of nowhere when they killed Ed
Ned
Stark,
Stark. Yeah,
that was the start of like, ah! It's like it's like okay, he can't do this again, can he? He can just this
oh
time he
yeah.
kills off 2 characters, not just one, 2. Well,
Mhm.
and other obviously minor characters, but he
Right.
kills off with Rob and his wife, and who
Mhm.
doesn't love his wife? I mean, seriously.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like everybody loved Rob. Rob was kind of annoying, but everybody loved the wife, and then it's just like, nope. Yeah, I know that it's painful. It's painful. Like,
Okay, for you out there who have not read the books, um, I apologize if I just gave away something. I'm going to say a statement to Zelius, and Zelius is going to know. Hopefully, he'll understand what I'm talking about, and hopefully, I'm not giving away anything for those who are going to continue with the Game of Thrones TV series. But my
hopefully
wife,
by now people figured out like once we started talking about Game of Thrones, like if they didn't want spoilers, they just kind of would like mute it or turn it off or something. Because
right,
like
right,
I noticed it like when I was catching up on like Warehouse 13, like I was gonna mute it before I heard it. Like I when it's on the internet, anything about Warehouse 13, I'm like nope, closing that
yep,
tab.
yep. Okay, so real quick, my wife was actually kind of happy to see uh, Kat Stark die because she thought that she really didn't like her, and so
Yes.
she's like, "I'm glad that she's kind of gone."
Tricks on her. Has that happened yet?
But Kat Stark's
I
dead.
don't remember when Kat comes back from the dead. I don't. I know she does, but I don't remember how soon afterwards it happened.
No, it's like fourth book, I think.
Okay, I know. I remember it was a while back.
Yeah, Brian. Crap. What the fuck is his name? The Lightning Lord. Not Barristan. Don.
Baratheon to get through.
No, it's like Dunbarian. No, Dondarian. Dondarian.
Hmm.
when Dondarrion decides to resurrect Cat Stark and basically extinguish his holy flame, and then she turns into, I think it's the Gray Lady or something.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. Well, anyways, sorry for those people out there who we just spoiled a big fucking plot twist to you, but you should be reading the books. And if you read the books, you'd already know shit's going down, even though they have changed, things here and there. The main storyline has stayed pretty true, which I'm actually really impressed with.
Yeah, I agree. Now I want to see like the adult Harry Potter rendition happen with Game of Thrones.
Wait,
What?
what?
I want to see a Harry Potter like the same like thing that we do in Game of Thrones, where basically it's a book per a season.
Uh huh.
I'd like to see the same thing with like a Harry Potter take.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. It ain't never gonna happen.
I know, but
Warner
they
Brothers will never give the rights to that.
they would make so much money off of it.
Yeah, well, Fox would make a lot of money by selling the rights to Firefly, but you don't see them, jumping at any bids.
True.
Anyways, okay,
Why you touch my hopes, damn you?
I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our Google Hangout. I hope that you enjoyed immensely our chit chat. I apologize for my brain deadedness through portions of this video. Hopefully, when my brain was actually clicking, the information that was being spewed from my mouth was worthwhile, as well as any of the amazing comments that the prolific commenter himself, Zelius, made throughout the Hangout. But unfortunately, we have reached the end of this hangout. So I guess we'll have to see y'all in a week, which is the 13th. Yes, the 13th. Is that right? Yeah, 13th. Yes, 13th. Sorry, see, math not happening today. Um, but I just want to thank all of the listeners, watchers, fans, whatever, for tuning in, and of course, for myself, Charlie, and Zelius. We will see you next week.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.